Hello everybody, Auvbri here. Welcome back to another speed build here on the channel. Now, if you think, Auvbri, are you just a dirty bum who wears the same thing day after day? No, I'm not all the time. It's because I'm recording these back to back because I have so many videos and I just want to record and get them out there. So today we're building another remake of another house in The Sims 4 in Willow Creek. Again, that's not a word. Again, this is another build in Willow Creek that we did on the live stream, and this is the Daisy Hovel. And first off, I want to say, what a horrible build. I don't mean to be mean, I really don't, but it's not good, man. It's just bad. So I tried to really do something different here. Again, this is also a starter house, so we had a limited budget. Now, the thing that I do with these remake houses, when I'm currently rebuilding The Sims 4 worlds, and we're doing that on live streams. Now, the deal is that when I do a remake of this, I usually try to keep the integrity of the house and really, so you can still see that it's the same, but it's different, if that makes any sense. With this house, I had the darndest time trying to do that. And one of my loyal followers and a stream oldie at this time, I believe we can say it. She's an OG stream companion. Bridget suggested that why don't we make it into a Daisy inspired house, take the color palette of a Daisy and really run with it. So that's what I tried to do first off here, but I had the darndest time with the roofing, could not get that to work, and I honestly really hated everything about it. I was just about to give up on this build, and then it was suggested that we just build a flat roofing piece with grass on top and made it into a more of a nature-based type of house, which I really loved. So again, seeing that we can only use base game items here was actually kind of perfect, because glass roofing is part of the base game now, so that's really cool. We could use that, and there's just a lot of good stuff in base game now that weren't there when the game launched back in the day. But again, we had a limited budget here, so we had to keep inside of the 20,000 simoleons mark, so it would actually be livable and purchasable as a starter house. So I tried to just get a lot of natural lighting in here. Also, the door, couldn't figure out what the heck to do with that. A lot of the doors have, at least in the base game, have a very specific style to them. Kind of like, I don't want to say Victorian, but you know, kind of like this very old school type of way. And yeah, sometimes I just don't know what to do about those. So we actually went in a bit of an opposite direction than what I would normally do when we're rebuilding these houses. I went in a bit of a more modern direction and tried to compensate with the interior work with all of the items that we put inside, and really tried to balance it out a bit more than I did in the build before this. So we have a lot of rebuild houses in the world of Willow Creek at the moment, all on the gallery of course, and all on the channel as well. I will see if I can't make a playlist called the Rebuilds The Sims 4 worlds, so we can kind of get everything together again in that sense. But I'm working on the living room here, so mostly the space here is completely different than was before, but as I have done with the other builds in this series, I usually just take a lot of the same items that are already there and repurpose them, recolor them, reskin, whatever you want to call it, because that is the best way for you to actually keep the integrity of the build. Sometimes you have to reintroduce new items because I don't want to be mean, but yeah, the Sims team sometimes builds, let's say, interesting houses, where it's like a lot of stuff just don't go together, and then there's a house with a missing toilet, and you know, it's just sometimes the quality is a bit questionable. Going into the bathroom here again, it's the same story as with the previous one, the Creek Cabana. I had no more money. We had only money for a couple of curtains here, but that went over budget as well, so I thought a curtain inside of the bathroom is the most important, and going outside here is where Yo Girl headed into the debug mode, because we needed that. We needed something to look good on this build. It was very questionable at this time, but I actually turned out to really like it for what it is. It's a different kind of build, but it's still the Daisy Hovel. It's just remade into something new and refreshing. So I wanted to have this statement piece outside, so I thought these kind of like I thought they looked kind of like beehive sculptures or something like that. I don't know what they are, but they were free, so we used them, and I put in a lot of plants as well in here, and then yeah, just more plants. That's kind of it. In the back I also put kind of like a cabbage patch type of thing. Not really usable, but it looked good, so I put it in there. Again, a lot of space to expand. Let's look at the build here. So it's definitely different than it was before, but I really like the way that it turned out. Again, different, but I feel like you can definitely see the Daisy inspired aspect of it, especially with the colors and the bright yellows, the whites, the greens. I think it turned out really cool, and again, as I said before, there's definitely room to expand this build if you want to. It's a great house to expand. It's a big lot to expand. You can expand backwards and upwards, so you have a lot of opportunities to really make this house into your own. It is on the gallery right now, and I will be back on the stream to do even more remakes and rebuilds in The Sims 4. So definitely join me in a stream and see if you can't get your input in, because I usually take a lot of input in the streams and I like to hear your guys' ideas. And again, Bridget made this build happen, so with her amazing idea, so who knows, maybe it could be you. Otherwise, it's just this really cool place to just hang out and chill and be part of the Auvbri army if you want to do that. So taking a look at the last of the video here, thank you so much for watching, guys. Stay tuned on the channel for more builds and streaming schedules, as well as my Discord server for streaming schedules as well. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave it a big like, a subscribe, and share it with your friends. And I hope to see you next time for another video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys. You know, it's okay to be a hobo sometimes, just a little bit, but